Hello! My name is Ryan Yoakum, and today I'm going to show you how you can use BizMiner for the Business Experience course. BizMiner is really helpful when it comes to getting industry information on a regional level. This can range from states and even on occasion citywide. So if we're in the Management 1110 guide, I'm going to go to the Industry Information tab, and I'm going to click on BizMiner, which is the second link in the Industry Reports box. And then we'll have three options right here of industry financial profile, industry market profile, or company profile. I have personally not found company profile to work, so I'd recommend avoiding this box. And the difference here is that industry financial profile is just going to have a lot more information related to the finances within that industry as a whole. So I recommend using industry market profile, but if you are looking for that deeper financial information about what's going on in the industry in general, I'd recommend using this one. It's a pretty similar search process. So let's click on that. And then we'll first need to put in our industry. We can either use the links right here and build up to our industry, or we can type in the name. I'm going to use the ice cream store industry. And I'm going to type in ice cream right now, because if we type in ice cream stores, we won't get the full results. However, it will be found under ice cream parlors. So you will want to be careful with the wording that you use if you go this route. However, you can always reverse engineer with that general menu that I showed at the beginning of this to find your topic. So we're going to click on that. And then for market area, we can search by state. But if I type in Nashville, for example, we can break that down to the metro area or even a couple zip codes. So that's always something that can be very helpful too if you're looking for a very specific region. So let's click on that. And then we can access the report once that's downloaded. However, it does take a little while, and I've already pulled it up, so we're going to go to that tab right now. The first thing you'll notice is it will provide a little information about how this data was collected. And we can go right here to scroll through the different contents. So we're going to go to competitors first. And this will show us all the ice cream stores within the Nashville region. This map will only show you the first 250. However, if you want the full number of businesses within that industry, you can click on table and it will give us all the sites. In this case, it looks like to be 101. This will also show data from the last 3 years. So we have 2020, 2021, and 2022. And what you see right here was December 2023 TTM. That is basically to the month. And what that means is that it's capturing data between December 2023 and now. We can go further down. So let's go to annual sales. And this will give us the financial information for how much an average site has made in the last 3 years. Something that's very helpful to note as well is that it not only has the site information for a general business, but if your business classifies as a small business or startup, that number is broken down as well in this category. So something very helpful if you're working with a more obscure or smaller business. We can also see a couple more information in employment if we want to understand the average number of people who are employed within a specific operation. And we can also get more information about startups as needed. The last thing I wanted to demonstrate were the demographics. And this is very helpful when it comes to understanding the population. And this is the same information regardless of report you have, as long as the market area is the same. So if we wanted to break down Nashville by age, if we wanted to break it down by employment, income, education, so on, we can get that information right here. And that's all I wanted to show today for BizMiner. But if you have any questions or need help looking for your specific industry within BizMiner, please let me know and I'd be happy to help you out. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best in searching in BizMiner.